Hi everyone, my name is Tam. You are on the Create Business Facebook page to listen to some gorgeous, amazing business women, Stef and Jess. Hi.
Hi Tam, how you going?
Good. Stef and Jess are here to talk about their side hustle called Teeny Tiny Farmer. I've got a link in my page to them, so you can check out what they do. We have just had a fabulous chat before going live about the business model and how they do things, and it's super interesting and exciting. But first of all, can you tell me what is Teeny Tiny Farmer?
Jess, did you want to take this one?
So Teeny Tiny Farmer is a subscription-based monthly heirloom seed subscription service, essentially. So we send you a couple of seeds every month and a little love letter from the Teeny Tiny Farmer, and some encouragement to help people who might be a little bit scared to start with a giant gardening area. It's all about starting teeny tiny so that you can have your own farm.
It is a beautiful business, and it's I'm a subscriber, and I love getting my packets of seed each month. And I also, alongside that, it comes with instructions about how to plant, when to expect germination, and also to think about how I might enjoy eating my harvest when it grows. It's just beautiful.
That's the whole reason that you want to get into planting any teeny tiny farm is that end goal is there's so much joy around those seeds germinating and growing, but also the end goal is that fresh food on the table and that harvest that you get to enjoy. It's a nice metaphor for life.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's an exciting experience to witness seeds germinating. It certainly makes me feel like a superstar. So I know both of you got crazy, business lives and things going on in your personal life as well. Yet you've got this side hustle off the ground. How did you make it all happen? What was the seed to get you going?
Love the puns. Absolutely. So Jess and I have been wanting to collaborate on a project for so long, and we've got so many ideas that do come out of just our coffee chats all the time. And the sort of impetus for this was getting really into growing our own seeds and growing our own food. And we saw an opportunity, especially with what's going on in the world at the moment, to provide a whole bunch of value in a really cute and fun way to our customers, and being able to work together on a project was really, really exciting for us. So that's kind of what got this started, and then it kind of continued to roll into quite a successful little side hustle. And so in order to fit it into our lives, we've actually put a really fun framework to make it work and make it so that it doesn't get too overwhelming, and that we can continue to consistently show up for our subscribers and consistently grow our project into something that's going to be harvestable at the end. So we've put some frameworks in where we've got a standing 1 hour appointment every Saturday afternoon where we sit on a chat just like this, but probably less public, and really talk through our opportunities that we've got to provide more value, any ideas that we've got around growing the business. And by sort of time boxing that into that 1 hour a week, we're able to really generate a whole bunch of ideas, but then keep it focused so that we're not overwhelming ourselves and sprawling into the other areas of our lives.
Jess, you also mentioned before that, the notion of teeny tiny business, which I just adore.
Yeah. So like I often say, I think it's a cola thing with sisters. So we share a lot of sames. And one of the things that colas tend to do is have about 1 million ideas before breakfast. So small ideas can get really big really quickly, which is something we were aware of joining together on a project, rather than having it sprawl out into the rest of our lives, because we've got other businesses, we're both mothers, all of those sorts of things. And so the idea of having a teeny tiny business was really exciting. And, it just all kind of came together quite organically. And by the way, I'm loving all of the puns that we are using right now, But it did come together quite organically, and giving it that 1 hour a week framework. There are times when we're packing seeds and things like that it is a bit more than 1 hour, but we always, we set a timer. That 1 hour is really important because we could let it kind of scope creep in a really incredible way. But I think that this as an experiment has been amazing.
I love it. I'm going to steal that idea and put it into practice. I love the idea of being committed, but being realistic about that commitment. And I suppose I'd really love to know, that hour sounds like it's very much about, spending that time on how you're going to grow your business. But clearly you've made a lot of decisions way before that, that have, that structure that you're putting your business in, and, operationally your business is successful. And how did you make all those big decisions that have resulted in good outcomes for you to continue to grow?
Do you want to take that?
Well, so both Jess and I have some experience in business. This isn't our first at bat. So we're able to come into this, and we kind of set some ground rules when we were, as you should always set ground rules when you're coming into a partnership. But some of those ground rules were around the investment that we're making into the business, both in time and direct investment cost, as well as what we were wanting to get out of it. So we set some really clear values that we were set to achieve. So one of those was profitable from the get-go. We really wanted this to be something that was lightweight, easy to set up, and also provided a vast amount of value to our subscribers. So that was another sort of non-negotiable for us.
Back a bit, where you're saying profitable from the get-go, and right away you're identifying subscribers. What was it that triggered that thing of, okay, I need a subscription model? How did you know that was going to connect seeds and what you wanted to do?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things there. Is that subscription models are great for business continuity. You have a more structured monthly recurring revenue, so you know exactly how many seeds to order, or exactly, and it's not an exact principle. We've got people who drop off from the subscription and people who join each month. That's the churn rate there, but it really sort of evens out those bumps. And it allows you to have an ongoing relationship with your subscribers. So it's not a once-off purchase, it's a continued relationship, and you can build that over time. And the reason that Seeds works so well as a physical subscription model is that postage in Australia is traditionally quite expensive. But our seed love letter and our seeds can fit into an envelope. So that makes it a lot more affordable to maintain a physical subscription business.
And I think we're also trying to reclaim the love of receiving mail. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I've been doing a lot of spending and online spending. So I'm getting a lot of parcels, but prior to this last little while where I've been at home and scrolling on my phone a bit, it's nice to get something nice in the mail. So it's kind of a nod at that, because we don't get as much physical mail anymore. So it's a sweet little thing to receive in the mail, and it's an affordable but fun way to kind of treat yourself.
Absolutely. They're all the things that attracted me to subscribing. And also, it just set up something really nice to do on the weekend, and in the mornings when I go out to my veggie patch and check my seeds and have it's really just a nice thing to do.
Yeah,
it's an ongoing joy spot, I think. It continues to bring you joy, rather than sometimes when you buy something, it's oh yeah, that was nice, and then you completely forget about it, put it aside, but this one just continues to keep giving.
Oh yeah, I think you've made a lot of really great decisions. And, you know, you said from the get-go, it's been profitable. Well done making that happen. You've got some great ideas to continue to grow your business, your teeny tiny business. Are you okay sharing those?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the sort of next elements that we've got or wanting to work on, and one of those ideas that came out of those Saturday afternoon 1 hour sessions was that we'd really like to use this business as a vehicle to build our community a little bit more. So partnering with a couple of community organisations to run some fundraisers by, you know, leveraging our product and providing a wholesome fundraiser for them, you know, outside of the sweets and the bakeries that we normally get to see. This one provides a wholesome fundraising ability.
Okay, I like it.
And then there's always
around, or is it just something that's you're planning to launch?
So that one's still in the sort of launch phase. We're talking to a couple of organisations. We've got the model down pat. We know the exact products that we'll be offering around that as well. So it's, yeah, still in the sort of germination phase, to add another pun.
Well done. I like it. And so that growth that you are experiencing anyway, you know, just through subscription, where is that coming from? How are you, you know, getting your name out, and what's like that kick to, you know, people to hit subscribe and put in their credit card number?
So I must admit, the face of Teeny Tiny Farmer is Stef's son, and there is like a selfish aunt moment where I just think he's the cutest thing, and he loves getting out and dirty in the garden, and you know, he's all about dirt pretty much. He's incredibly photogenic, so it means that we had instantly engaging imagery. Yeah, it really, because one of the other concepts that we kind of were playing with was the idea that this is a return to simple. This is we noticed an uptick in people taking those simple hobbies on in the last, since 2020, right? And the idea that this is something you could do with your family. And so we really just leaned into that. We were like, you know what's really fun? You know, instead of it just being a seed subscription, let's give it a story. Let's give it a framework for that. And so that's where the Teeny Tiny Farmer, and we've got such a little cutie as our like face of. And I think that you instantly connect with like the joy that you see on his face when he's like ripping into a leaf that he pulled out of his garden. And so I just think that that's really engaging marketing instantly, whether you know him or not. And we have a really supportive network because we have built community over the last couple of decades, really. Like, that's just, I think it's in our DNA to do that. And so we instantly had people going, oh wow, that's really cool, I've been thinking about getting into gardening, but I didn't really know how. And so it has kind of been one of those shared by our community. And then we still text each other whenever we get a new subscriber whose name we don't know. You know, it's like, oh my God, we don't know this person and they want our seeds.
Yeah, that's exciting. I've got actually Charlie here with us. Hi, Charlie. And so lovely. She's posted a question which is pretty close to what we're talking about right now, but she wants to know, how do you create this sense of tribe that is so important for maintaining and growing subscriptions?
Absolutely. So our Instagram DMs are actually quite busy on the Teeny Tiny Farmer Instagram page. So we've got a couple of conversations going on with some of our really early subscribers, and we've been seeing their gardens grow, and they've been sharing, you know, I had a little bit of trouble with this seed, so we're able to talk them through really personalized tips. And we've just working with a lot of our teeny tiny farmers to get some more imagery around their seeds and their farms that have sort of over the subscription time now coming to fruition. And so we're, you know, on a one-to-one level engaging with our tribe. but also being able to share that in. And that is probably something that's an opportunity that we've left on the table a little bit, is around, you know, connecting our tribe as well. So not just with the teeny tiny farmer, but having a whole a whole tribe of teeny tiny farmers all coming together.
Can I also add that I think it's almost one of the most common sentences Stef and I have when we're brainstorming anything to do with, you know, either of our businesses and all of, like, pretty much anything actually. We always say lead with value. Mm-hmm. Because when you're providing massive value, then the sale itself is only, you know, the smallest step at the end. Well, actually, it's not even at the end, because we lead with value and then build communities. So that's kind of the framework we run through. And then it kind of becomes, if it's the right fit for people who engage with us, you know, if this is something that they want, then it becomes kind of almost a no-brainer for them, because we're providing so much value that, and we solve their problems. That's kind of the whole point of it, is that it becomes a really natural process. It's not a hard sell.
Yeah, I've definitely moved into the no-brainer category. And you know what I loved, my last little packet is like these little tags that I can write the seed name on. I really appreciated that. Thank you.
Well, it's always about putting a little bit extra in, or a little bit of value there, so that you can have that surprise. And talking to what, so harping back to what we were talking about before, is that joy when you receive that package. You've got a little bit of a, oh, that's nice, or oh, that's lovely, or you know, a little bit of hope there. It's about providing, and value isn't just in monetary value. Value is in joy that you can bring, or in growth, or in that feeling that you get when that little seed pops out of the ground. Like that is something that we're able to connect and share, which is amazing.
It is. It's beautiful. I look forward to seeing your community grow on Instagram, and just checking out what other people are doing. And hopefully I'll better pop some stuff up of my own garden. I'm so excited it's growing.
Yes, I'd love to see the photos. Share them through.
Okay. Thank you so much, both of you. You're such an inspiration. I just adore what you're doing, and I just adore that, you know, it's not only this business that you've created, but also just making space in your life to share ideas and then work together to grow those ideas. I don't know how many times I've said grow in this, you know, 15
I'm loving it.
That's lovely, and I admire that so much, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us on, Tam, and giving us this space to talk and really connect with you on this. I really appreciate the value that you bring to your community and the greater community of Bendigo as well.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.